Peace, family. Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, right back at you once again with another great man of God media TV conversation. All right, family. This is a story that I actually forgot about. This story happened last year in Idaho, where a group of suspected white supremacist football players raped a disabled black student with the coat hanger. And mainstream media didn't cover this. It was basically covered by local news at the time. And last month, December, the suspect, a suspected white supremacist football player who was a former football player, as you can see on the screen, avoids jail time for assaulting the mentally disabled black student. All right. So this is the mainstream media white supremacist propaganda, right? That I've always talked about. There's always an imbalance, and mainstream media, they push an agenda. We know this. White-owned corporate mainstream media, they push an agenda, right? To cover up things to protect their complexion. We know this. This is common knowledge. And this is a contrast to what's happening in Chicago. And I'm not going to, I renamed the last video to Chicago Savages. They are savages, all right? That's abhorrent behavior, okay? I gave suggestions on how to correct that behavior with nation building of strong black families. But I wanted to retitle the video because of, the abhorrent behavior that was displayed and how it needs to be corrected as soon as possible. But there's already a hashtag backlash of tying these Chicago, students, because their age ranges from 18 to 24. Okay, so I'm not sure what kind of school they're going to. Maybe they go to like a post high school that establishes people who don't really are trying to get their GED or something like that. I'm not sure, but there's a Black Lives Matter kidnapping hashtag, and those folks are already arrested, and things of that nature. Before I go on the deep end of that, I have to do my introduction before that for the new people who are watching. If you're new to the channel, once again, my name is Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist. On this channel, I talk about counter racism. I also talk about issues that affect black people collectively as a group, and I offer my suggestions on how to replace this broken system of injustice, this broken system of racism, which is white supremacy, with a system of justice. So if you are new and you agree to that ideology, please subscribe to this channel. If you don't agree to that ideology, go ahead, subscribe anyway. Live out your fantasies in the new year 2017. Troll, hate watch, do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, those type of people, the hate watchers and the trolls, are just statistics. Anyway, family, so I have reconfigured my software that I'm using. I want to emphasize my desktop so you guys can see everything clearly. And I put my screen smaller, okay? Other videos, I'll change it back to how I normally have it. But right now, I want to emphasize the screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at and you guys can see it yourself. So as you can see, former Idaho high school football player avoids jail time for assaulting mentally disabled teammate with coat hanger. I'm gonna play the video real quick. It's a short video, but I'm gonna play it real quick so you guys can see this. And this was last month. This was published December 20th, 2016. And this is from nydailynews.com.
3 high school football players have been accused of sexually assaulting a mentally disabled teammate with the coat hanger by luring him into the Dietrich High School locker room in Idaho. 18-year-old John R.K. Howard, a transfer student from Texas, and 17-year-old Tanner Ward are being tried as adults due to the seriousness of the crime and could face up to life in prison. A third, unnamed 16-year-old, is being charged as juvenile. The victim, a black learning disabled teenager who was adopted by white parents in the small, predominantly white town of 338, was the target of racist
a white supremacist town
leading up to the savage attack. The victim's family is suing for $10 million. The lawsuit also names 11 school employees who allegedly did nothing to protect the boy.
All right, so that was the little small article or small clip of that particular video. But I'm going to read the brief description of the story. It says, a former high school football player originally charged with sexually assaulting his mentally disabled teammate will avoid jail time and escape classification as a sex offender after pleading guilty to a lesser felony. Josh R.K. Howard, 19, of Keller, Texas, pleaded guilty to a felony count of injury to a child and would be sentenced to 2 or 3 years of probation and up to 300 hours of community service, the Idaho Statesman reported. A judge will decide the final sentence on February 24th, this year, 2017. All right? So there you have it. You can call it white privilege. You can call it whatever the case may be. We know that this is the making of the dominant white society doing what they do best, protecting themselves. Okay? We know that. All right? Now, I wanted to play this clip real quick, okay? Chicago torture video charged with hate crime, all right? Immediately, right? They're charged with a hate crime. All right? Now, again, they're savages, just as abhorrent, if not even more, than anybody torturing someone else with mental health issues, etc., etc. All right. The ex-football players in Idaho, you know, they use a damn coat hanger. As far as I know, they didn't go on Facebook Live to do it, though. As far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong down below if they actually went and posted it on social media. I couldn't find any articles. I couldn't find any articles that said that those white students posted anything on social media. But as you can see, you know, the suspects who range from 18 to 24 were already charged with the hate crime, felony aggravated assault, etc. Already arrested. There's a hashtag of Black Lives Matter kidnapping roaming around. They're trying to demonize Black Lives Matter. I already told you guys a long time ago, Black Lives Matter, they're going to consider Black Lives Matter a hate group. And Black Lives Matter is going to be devalued as far as what it's trying to accomplish. Now, I never really agreed. If you guys follow me for a long time, I've never agreed with the movement of Black Lives Matter because, again, we know that it was started by suspected white supremacist George Soros and 3 women, okay, who conveniently want to put in the LGBT community and their so-called struggles with systematic oppression, etc., etc. They want to tie that into, black atrocities and injustices, etc., etc., which is not the same. All right, so they don't really have an agenda specifically laid out for black people. All right, in my opinion. But as you can see, these are the suspects here from 18 to 24. And like I said in my last video, we need to nation build, family. We need a strong black family. We need a man, a woman, and children in the same household around a resource, around a place where you live with the proper resources that you need to succeed. In other words, do not live around poverty, impoverished conditions. All right. So let me play this clip real quick of these the four Chicago suspects who raped this mentally challenged student. I'm sure most of you guys seen the actual clip, but they're gonna play it again.
Scalped, a whole patch out of bound and beaten. Look at him. Tied up. Police say this 18-year-old white man with special needs was tortured live on Facebook for a full 30 minutes. Police tell CNN they are aware of more videos allegedly showing the man forced to drink from a toilet.
Let me be very clear. The actions in that video are reprehensible That, along with racism, have absolutely no place in the city of Chicago or anywhere else for that matter.
The 4 African Americans, all young adults, seen in this disturbing clip, were taken into custody after police discovered it online. Hate crime and felony criminal charges have been filed, including aggravated kidnapping and battery with a deadly weapon.
The racial slurs and the deference to his mental capacity starts coming out. That's primarily one of the reasons that they were charged with the hate crime.
They taunt the teen repeatedly, invoking Donald Trump and race.
Donald Trump, white people, what?
However, police don't believe the victim was racially or politically targeted by his tormentors.
He is able to escape when a downstairs neighbor calls the police complaining that of all the noise upstairs.
Outrage over the incident has erupted online, fueled further by false racially charged claims. The editor-at-large for the conservative conspiratorial website Infowars.com tweeted, "BLM kidnapping is the hashtag to get this story trending," laying blame on the Black Lives Matter movement, which police say has no connection to this horrific act. The 4 that have been charged are due to appear in court tomorrow.
All right, see, there you go. You know, the white supremacists are locked and loaded with their hashtag. You best believe they got the weaponry. And again, like I said in my last video, the making of the next building roof will happen. Okay, where innocent black people will be attacked, and that's what's happening right now, family. Again, they're already trying to demonize Black Lives Matter, labeled as a hate group, labeled as a terrorist group. And the Southern Poverty Law Center will most likely this year, I predict this year, will have Black Lives Matter officially on their website listed as a hate group. I predict that happening this year. It will be pushed by the white supremacist propaganda. That's just my opinion of what's going to happen. But going back to the title of this video, you look at the contrast between the ex-football players from Idaho who raped a mentally disabled student with a coat hanger. Avoid jail time. Okay? Avoid jail time. Get a lesser charge because the protection of complexion. We know this. We know this. Now, the Chicago incident, although it's torture, what makes it more, what makes this incident, I guess you can say, a little more abhorrent is because they did this on social media. They did it on Facebook Live, as opposed to the ex-football players in Idaho. I would say the Idaho people, according to the stories, reports, they used a coat hanger. Those Chicago teenagers, they didn't use a coat hanger. All I saw was them trying to force the guy, although both behaviors are abhorrent, they're bad. But all I saw was the guys in Chicago they forced the guy to drink toilet water. That's on video. Now, we don't know what happened before it was put on video. Maybe they could have did something worse. But all I can go by is what I saw on the video. And what I saw on the video is them trying to force the guy to drink toilet water. Okay. And, beating him up, have him tied up, etc., etc. That's what you see on video. But the ex-football players using a coat hanger, all right, to torture and brutalize this black student teammate who was mentally disabled, I'd say that's more abhorrent. I would say that. But putting this on Facebook, as far as the Chicago folks, that's an all-time low in stupidity. Right? When you commit a crime, and we know black people, they love to just, do outrageous, abhorrent, dysfunctional behavior on social media. We know this. Okay, we know this. We'll criminalize ourselves on social media. We'll do death threats on social media. We'll record everything. Record drive-by shootings, beatings, everything. We'll do everything on our phone and for the world to see. That's why Road Star Hip Hop is created. That's why Media Takeout is created. That's why TMZ is created, etc., to exploit black. And that's why Vlad TV is created also, to exploit black people and profit off of it. That's what it's for. All right. So there you have it, family. There's the contrast right there. All right. You see the contrast. The Chicago folks are already convicted of a hate crime right there off the bat. The white supremacists already got a hashtag going, trying to tie those guys in, which of course they have nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. BLM kidnapping is the hashtag to demonize Black Lives Matter even more. All right. So you see the contrast, family. Now it's up to you in the comment section to decide. Do you think? I mean, I say my opinion, family. I say my opinion. Do you think that the Chicago folks will all of a sudden get a lesser charge from what they did to this white mentally disabled student? On what they did on Facebook Live. Do you think they will have the same charges like the Idaho students, the ex-football players that tortured and raped the student in Idaho with the coat hanger? I mean, that's just a question that you guys can answer. I mean, I know the answer. It's a rhetorical question. But besides that, just leave your comments down below about both stories. Let me know what you guys think down below, family. All right. So this is Chauncey signing out. All right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.